blessed day, everyone, and welcome back to Life with Casey. Now, I know that you guys have not seen me for like about 2 weeks, um, but you were given the opportunity to encounter my sister, Leslie Ann Katoy. She was the host on Life with Casey about 2 weeks ago, right? I want to publicly tell her thank you for what you have done. I truly appreciate it. I mean, you've done an awesome job on Life with Casey, and I couldn't have asked anyone better than you because you did a really great job as a host on Life with Casey. So thank you so much for taking the time out to assist in putting the message out there so that people could be able to overcome depression. When you hosted Minister Ketcher Phillips, oh my goodness, I need to also publicly say thank you for being on the show. I truly appreciate it. I mean, I sat there and I listened, I tuned in, and I said to myself, whoa, like, whoa, did she just say that? Make lime juice. And I'm even gonna continue. Those who haven't seen it, you need to go back in time and go tune into Minister Ketcher Phillips. She would definitely be back on the show again because the information that she put out there was so, I mean, it hits hard and it hits home. So I would like to also say thank you, Minister Ketcher Phillips, for being on Life with Casey. I truly appreciate it. And for those who know what I'm speaking about, go make juice, right? Okay, so let me get into the meat of why I'm really here. So, as I said before, you haven't seen me for like 2 weeks, and that's due to the fact of me being extremely discouraged. Yeah, I was in a really dark place. I was in a low place, and I just wasn't myself. And that's just the truth. I wasn't myself, and I just couldn't find the zeal or the energy to come and minister to you guys. And for that, I apologize. However, I would like to publicly say thank you to those that sends me private messages asking, hey Casey, when are you going to minister again, or when are you going to do Life with Casey again, or when is the next video, when is it coming out? I was getting those type of messages, and I really appreciate it because it encouraged me to know that the information that I'm putting out here is actually helping someone. And so that's why I'm here today, basically. That's one. Two, I would also like to publicly thank those that took the time to pray for me. I really appreciate what you did. I mean, I was getting prayer every day. It's not even funny. You all know yourselves. I was getting prayer every day. So I want to say thank you for sending in your prayer. I truly appreciate it. And for those that just encouraged me and just took the time to heal out in making sure that I'm okay, I appreciate you too. So thank you so much for everything. Now, am I saying that I'm fed up of your that type of thing? No, because I remember I said from the beginning of time that if you do not have a friend, I'll be here and I'll be that friend. So it wasn't like I'm fed up of you all and just I can't. It wasn't like that. It was just more of me being in a really dark hole. There's sometimes people think that the strongest people are capable of carrying whatever battle, but sometimes even the strongest can become weak. And it's okay to say that you're not really yourself. It's okay to say that you're weak. It's okay to say that, you're not really feeling 100%. So that way people could really and truly, be there for you. At the end of the day, you're not a superhero. Or I wasn't a superhero. But I can gladly say that I'm happy to be back. It took a lot out of me to come back here faster than I would have, because you all probably would have seen me next year. And I said to myself, I can't do that, because there's a difference between doing something to just get views, or doing something to just be known, to be a public figure, to doing ministry. And what I'm doing is ministry. And the truth is, if you try to run away from your ministry runs you down. And that's just the reality. So I could have run all my life. My ministry would have located me and run me down. And that's just the difference. So even though, I was in that dark space, what really pulled me out of it is when God said to me, Casey, it's not about you. I'm just telling you all the truth. He said, Casey, it's not about you. It's about my people. And that really clicked something in my head, because it made me understand that despite your feelings, it's not about your feelings. It's not about your feelings. It's actually being able to assist or help somebody that is out there that's in need of help. And that is what, people in ministry have to go through. You have to completely bypass how you feel and deal with God's people. Because if you don't, then it could be replaced. Yeah. So I'm all about obeying God. I'm all about pleasing God. I'm not trying to make God angry with me. God's wrath is not a good thing. So I am here being obedient to Him. And as I'm talking, God is reminding me of a vision that I had before. He keeps flashing it in front of my face. And that vision was, to make it easy, or to make you guys understand, because I'm not going to go in the vision, but I'm just going to explain what the vision was. 95% of the church was spiritually tired or spiritually asleep. And it was sad. It was really sad to see. And then there's 3% that were crying out to God, they really needed help. They really wanted God, and they just didn't know how to really go about it. Then there were the 2% that was willing to obey everything that God said. And that took me back to a scripture where it said, the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. And that is true. Because here we have a church that is spiritually tired, spiritually asleep. And there's only 2% that is laboring for God. That's a sad thing. And so the ministers that are out there, the pastors that are out there, prophet, bishop, apostle, evangelist, teacher, whoever you are, those that are out there, you guys need to change your messages, change your sermons. Because I don't see how you preaching on you're going to get money, you're going to receive a blessing, you're going to get a car, you're going to get a house, is helping people. Well, it's clearly not. For God to show me that the church is the majority of the church is spiritually asleep, it shows me that they're not getting the food that they need. And that's just the truth. So yeah, change your messages. The reality is God is coming very soon. And you preaching on car, house, blessings upon blessings is not going to get somebody to heaven. Because I'll be on your shoulder. The people's blood will be on your shoulder. Because they didn't take the time to feed God's sheep properly. So you need to fix yourself. Fix the sermons. And get back good. Because you're not feeding God's people. I remember in the scripture when God was saying to Peter, "Do you love me?" Peter said yes. God said, "Feed my sheep." And he asked him again, "Do you love me?" And Peter said yes. And God said, "Feed my sheep." And then he asked him a third time, "Peter, do you love me?" And by this time, Peter is there like, "What do you mean? I mean, he's a God, you know all things, you know? You see all things, you know all things. You know I love you. Why ask me this question?" And Jesus just simply replied, "Feed my sheep." Which tells me that God is concerned with you as ministers feeding his sheep. And if you're not doing that, you can simply be replaced or wiped out. And the truth is, there are many people that are out here that are saying, well, you guys know that there are many deaths taking place within the world today. And there are people that are out here saying, "Oh my goodness, well, he's in a better place now, or she's in a better place now." But are they really? Are they really in a better place? Now is the time to wake up. Now is not the time to be trying to, okay, well, I'm just gonna try to make myself feel better about this, and he's in a better place, she's in a better place. Did you take the time to minister to that person? Like, really and truly evangelize and, tell that person about Christ? I'm talking about the Christians that actually knows God. And even a Christian, you need to fix yourself, because the reality is, you could preach in God's name, deliver people in God's name, do so much things in God's name, and he can tell you he doesn't know you. And that would be a really messed up thing. So you all need to take life seriously. You need to take God seriously. And you really need to wake up. to wake up. Because people blood is on your shoulder. And that's why I'm here, Ain't nobody blood gonna be on my shoulder. And I happen it. I really not. Nobody's blood is going to be on my shoulder. So as discouraged as I could be, as depressed I could have been, I'm all about obeying God. And I'm not going to have nobody's blood on my shoulder. So, with that being said, and you guys need to come out of the mentality of that's my church, that's my people. No, it's not. I didn't see you I don't know of nobody that took the time to carve out dirt and create a human being. I never heard that in news. I need to probably go research that. I don't even need to research it because I know that there was no one capable of taking dirt and creating a human being and telling them get life, and they breathe into the nostrils and the person come alive. Other than Ezekiel in the Bible, but he didn't create people out of dust. He just said come alive. He told dead things to come alive, and they did, because that's the authority that we have through Jesus Christ. But nobody took the time to form no dust and create nobody, which tells me you're not God. God is the only person that did that, the only being that did that. So yeah, it's not your people, and it definitely ain't your church. It's God's church, it's God's people. So you need to come out of that mentality. Yeah. I need to stop robbing people. I don't know why I'm going here. I was gonna go and just, I done said what I have to say, but y'all need to stop robbing people. I mean, the things that I be hearing from people, it's messed up. Stop robbing God's people, because that will go back to you. And then those who are in the church and stealing, listen to me, it doesn't matter how badly off your life could be, it doesn't mean to go and steal from the church. But at the same point in time, it doesn't say for ministers to steal from God's people either. So both are wrong at the end of the day. You should be taking the time to help God's people. There are many people that are out here that are suffering. That's the truth. Especially during this COVID time. What is the church doing about it? Sorry. Some churches are doing something about it. Some. But the majority did nothing. And then they want people to come to the church and all this different drama. Did you feed God's sheep? No, you didn't. Rather, you watch the person at the side of the street suffering and you cross the road. That's what you did. You cross the street and say suffer. I have no time for this now. That is not the mentality. Let me tell you something. You know how I started ministry? For those who know, I wasn't always one to speak. Rather, I would express myself through singing or worshiping. So I was a gospel artist. Way before Life with Casey came out. And you know how I started ministry? I mean, I did my songs and everything, and it was cool, but I didn't get an opportunity to, you know, be in a concert before. And I was going to school one day, like, I was doing lessons, and there was this homeless guy. He was right there, sitting down in Port of Spain, and I passed next to him and I said good day, and I continued walking. Now he was the only person that was there in that location, so he knew that I was speaking to him when I said good day. And he was like, hello, hello. So I turned around and he asked if I could come back and if he could talk to me. Now I don't know what was in my head, but I said to myself, you know what? Let me go. Let me go speak to him. So I turned back. Now I have glasses, huh? But I turned back and I spoke to him. And when I spoke to this guy, I recognized that for a homeless person, he was really intelligent. He knew the scriptures like that. And I said to myself, is this an angel? No, because I was confused. I mean, I didn't know. I thought it was an angel until days pass, months pass. I mean, I would look out for this homeless guy just to say hi, you know, how you going, everything good, you know, this homeless guy. And he was really particular. He tries his best to keep himself, that type of thing. But he's a particular type of homeless guy. And one day he was like, so what do you do, that type of thing. I was like, well, I'm a gospel artist, and I'm currently going to classes, that kind of thing. I mean, this guy would take I don't know where he got the Bible from, but he would take his Bible and he would read me scriptures. It was so fascinating. At that point in time, I wasn't really reading my Bible like as much. And I used to be like, God, are you punishing me? Because I have to go to class, I'm late. And you're here having this guy reading the scriptures to me. So I was like, okay, God, you know what? I would just read the scriptures, okay? But to bypass all of that, he asked me, can I listen to one of your songs? So I said, sure. And I took the time to play the song for him, this homeless guy. At that point in time, he was listening to my song called Powerful. That's the first song that I ever published. And he was like, oh my goodness, this is really awesome. There's some good stuff. So I said, okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think it was like less than a week. Someone was passing by, and when I was there, when he was talking to me and someone was passing by, he was like, hey, I want to introduce you to this young lady. No, I'm just there like, this homeless person introducing me to someone of big status. A homeless person. Wait, hey, what am I saying? A homeless person introducing me to someone of big status. And I'm there like, how is this even possible right now? And he said, yeah, this girl, she's a gospel artist and that kind of thing. And I'm just like, I am? No, because I now publish his song. He's talking about a gospel artist. He said, yeah, can you get into one of your concerts? Now I'm just there confused because it's like, me? What is happening? A homeless person? I was confused. I was confused. Make a long story short, I got the connections and I was capable of sharing the stage with well known gospel artists. How? By a simple good day to a homeless person. The moral of this story is people tend to look to those that are out there to gain something. And you never know that your blessings could be right there with someone that has no name. There's a no name brand. But you could really get your blessings from that no name brand person. So that's just clear up anyone's mind that you're thinking money is everything. It's not. It's simple people God could use to bless you. So all you need to change your mentality. Take the time to help out God's people. Be a laborer. And if you can't be a laborer, then be a good harvest. Because some of y'all, you're like the fig tree that bear no fruit. And God would eventually curse the fig tree because it's like you're not bearing no fruit. You go in and have a mango tree in your yard or any type of fruit tree in your yard that not bearing fruit and say, well, I will just keep it if I design. No, you would cut it down because it's like you're wasting my precious time. And that is what God is doing in this season. He is going to cut down anything that is not bearing fruit. So if you as a pastor, an apostle, a bishop, and all these different titles that, in your head, you can't allow anybody to call you by your name, or if they call you less than your status, you're feeling offended because it's like, no, I'm an apostle, or no, I'm a prophet. Then, honey bunny, I have nothing else to say. Let me leave. Yeah, I'll just go. So, you guys, I'm back. Right? I would be here to assist. So just remember that you are one step closer to your final destination. Have a blessed and beautiful day, you guys, and stay blessed. Don't ever let anything discourage you to the point where you're just gonna give up on life or give up on everything. I mean, there's so much more, and sometimes that could be your breaking point, your breakthrough point, and the enemy knows and he tries to stop you from doing God's work or just doing whatever. It could even be in work. You could get fed up and say, you see me, you see this, I just going to quit this job. But I mean, you could stay right there and get promoted. Right? So, yeah, stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay handsome for the guys, and do take care. Bye bye.